Hello friends, in this part, we will show you how to return book under this library management system by using PHP script.
In previous part, we have already learned how to display single issue book details on the web page.
So if you have not seen that part, so here we have request you to see that part first.
Now we have start discussing this topic.
So for return book, we have to open issuebook.php file.
And under this file, you have to make form for return book.
So here we will make form under single issue book details. So under this part, here we have to define $1 form item variable with blank value.
Under this variable, we will create checkbox form item field for return book under this system.
So here checkbox must be create one issue book and not return book status. So first we have to go to issue book status. And here we have to write $form item variable is equal to open and close label tag.
And between this tag, we have to write input type is equal to checkbox with name attribute is equal to book return
confirmation.
And in value attribute, we have to write value,
and after this, here we have to write text like I acknowledge that I have received issued book, so by checked on this checkbox, admin confirm that admin has received book from user.
And after this, we have to make submit button,
so here we have to write input type is equal to submit. With name attribute is equal to book return button, and in value attribute, we have to write book return. So by click on this button, admin can enter book return entry under this library management system.
Now same way, we want to make form field
when book issue status is not returned, so for this. Here we have to write $form item variable is equal to open and close label tag.
And between this, we have to write input type is equal to checkbox with name attribute is equal to book return confirmation. And in value attribute we have to write yes. After this checkbox, we have to write text like
I acknowledge that I have received issued book and also received late book submission fines also.
Next for submit return book data,
here we have to write input type is equal to submit with name attribute is equal to book return button.
And in value attribute, we have to write book value, so by click on
admin can enter book return entry, with book fines under this system.
Now we want to create form,
so for this, here we have to write form tag, with method is equal to post.
And under this form, we have to create one hidden field for store issue book id value.
So for this, here we have to write input type is equal to hidden, with name attribute is equal to issue book id, and in value is equal to $issue book id variable. Same way, we want to create another hidden field for store book ISBN number details, so for this, here we have to write input type is equal to hidden, with name is equal to book ISBN number, and in value attribute, we have to write $row book id variable.
And lastly, under this form, for create checkbox and submit button,
here we have to write $form item variable, so here our form is ready.
Now friends,
here we have to click on any of issue book details, whose status is issue or not returned, by click on this button. So after click on button, here we can see that issue book details has been loaded on web page.
And at the end of web page,
here we can see that one checkbox and book return button has been appeared on the web page. So here admin has to check checkbox, and then after admin can enter return book data under this library management system. So for this, here in the PHP code, we have to write if statement, and under condition, we have to write PHP is set function, and under this function, we have to write $post book return button. So here this condition will check if this variable value is set, then it will execute if block of code.
and under this block,
We have to write PHP if statement, and under condition, we have to write PHP is set method, and under this method, we have to write $post book return confirmation. So here this condition will check if this variable value is set, then it will execute this block of code. But suppose this condition false, that means admin has not checked checkbox, and directly click on submit button. So it will execute else block of code, and under this block, we have to write $error variable is equal to error message like, please first confirm return book received by click on checkbox, so this message will be displayed on the web page. But suppose above condition true, then it will execute if block of code, and here we have to create $data variable is equal to an array.
And in an array first key, we have to write
return date time, and in the value, we have to call get date time function with $connect variable as parameter, so this function will return current date and time value. Same way, in an array second key, we have to write book issue status, and in the value, we have to write return.
And in an array third key, we have to write
issue bookid, and in value, we have to write $post issue bookid variable. So here we have store data, under this an array variable, now here we have to write $query variable is equal to update issue book table, and for update column data, here we have to write set return date time column is equal to return date time, comma book issue status is equal to book issue status.
And under where
condition, we have to write issue bookid is equal to issue bookid. Here our update query is ready for return book.
Now below this query, we have to write $statement variable is equal to $connect variable with prepare method. And under this method, we have to write
$query variable, so this method will prepare query for execution. Now for execute update query, here we have to write $statement variable with execute method.
And under this method, we have to write $data variable, so it will execute above update query, and after this, it will update data in MySQL table. So after return book under this system, now we want to increase book copy under book table also, so for this, here we have to write $query variable is equal to update book table, and for change table column data, here we have to write set book number of copy is equal to book number of copy plus 1, and after this, in where condition, we have to write where book ISBN number is equal to $post book ISBN number, so this update query will increase book copy value by 1. Now for execute this query, here we have to write $connect variable with query method, and under this we have to write $query variable, so this method will execute above update query, and it will increase book copy number by 1. After execute query, we want to return web page, so here we have to write PHP header function, and under this function we have to write location which is set to issue book.php file with question mark and message is equal to return, so it will redirect to this URL. After this, we want to display validation error on the web page, so for this, here we have to write PHP if statement, and under condition, we have to write $error variable value is not equal to blank. Suppose this condition true, then it will execute if block of code, and here we have to write PHP echo statement. And after this, we have to write this HTML code with $error variable, so it will display validation error on the web page. After this, for display return book message on the web page, so here we have to write PHP if statement. And under condition, we have to write $get message variable value is equal to return.
Let's suppose this condition true, then it will execute if block of code, and under this block, we have to write PHP echo statement with this HTML code, with message like, issued book successfully returned into library. So this message will be displayed on the web page, so here our code is ready. Now we have to check output in browser. So friends, first we have to refresh this page, and after refresh of web page, here we can see issued book details, which is still not returned into library, and at the end of the web page, here we can see book return button. So here we have to directly click on the submit button, so after click on the submit button, here we can see validation error like, please first confirm return book received by click on checkbox. So here for return book, we have to check checkbox, and confirm that book has been received, so here we have checked checkbox. And after this, we have to click on book return book button, and after click on the button, here book return entry has been entered under this system. And here we can see success message like, issued book successfully returned into library, so this message has been displayed on the web page. So in this part, we have learned how to enter return book entry under this library management system. And in next part, we will learn how to display list of issue book to single user by using PHP script, so we will be meet in next part.